Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. It's time to get started. We're not the first, we will not be the last, but we have some juicy CIS action for you nonetheless. Double Dimension versus FlyToMoon here in the International 2018 Regional Qualifiers. My name is dragondrop, happy to bring you this and 6 more games for today, and also extremely happy to be joined by Ryuu Dota, also known as Discount Matt Damon. How are you doing, man?
Doing good, man. First time back casting in a while, so let's get underway here. What's going on with the CIS region, making me get up early for this stuff?
It's very early for you, isn't it? It's like not even 5 a.m., but that just shows
like
your dedication to the craft.
right now.
What, 3:30? Are you not at Eastern time?
Central.
Oh, Central.
I'm in Central.
I see. All right, but hey, there's no bad time for some juicy CS Dota. I mean, especially with these opening picks already. Skyroth Mage Axe, one of the stronger dual lanes here in this patch, and Naga Siren Lycan. FlyToMoon have a bit of a different take on it, I guess. What are your thoughts?
I'm gonna need to reconnect because the only hero I can see is Skyra.
Okay.
So yeah, I thought it was like, why are they? My second phase. I was like, there's a second phase ban. I don't know what the heck of the heroes are, but yeah.
That's very
most of these heroes, I think Naga is probably the most broken hero right now with Wisp. Surprised I got through, but because Naga it allows you to do everything in the game. You can set up a team fight, you can split push, you harass early on because you have so much high armor. Like I think it's the 7 or something. Yep. So this hero is just too powerful right now.
So from what I've seen, what I've been able to gather from talking to a couple of other people is that it's so much about these dual lanes and so much about your offlane just being able to put on pressure and basically crush, while your own safe lane basically stays alive. And Naga Siren lends itself very well to that, as you said, because of that good trading potential with the high armor, extra minus armor from the Riptide helping you trade as well if you can get close to somebody. And in that sense, the Lycan that they pair that up with is also not too bad, because similar to the Dragon Knight, he does have that passive that gives him that extra region to work with.
Yeah, it's always nice. That's why a lot of people do like picking up just these heroes that heal early, whether that's Warlock, DK, Lycan, just so they have, once you get level 3 on the DK Lycan, and even the Warlock, all these heals come out early, and you can just CS. You don't even have to... You just CS and deny, and then that's the biggest key is tri-laning. If you don't get kills with your tri-lane, then you're gonna lose out on the EXP. You'll all be like level 3, and the enemy dual lane will be 4 or 5, and then you'll also have the enemy team safe lane in like level 6 or something. So you have to make sure your tri-lanes work out if you do it in this current meta.
Yep. Well, we'll see if they develop that into some sort of trial lane. I mean, for now, Double Dimension, as far as they're concerned, they're pretty happy just with Skyroth Mage Axe, especially seeing these heroes from FlyToMoon already, because Skyroth, he can stay away from Naga Siren, just spam her down with spells. Axe, also one of the tougher opponents to actually deal with in these kind of lanes. But Undying, well, when it comes to trial lanes, or even dual lanes, that hero is absolute king.
Yeah, this is looking like a good Timbersaw game, sort of, for DD here, but because of all the string heroes, the problem is that the Timber is kind of countered by Naga, because you can net him in place, so you have to kind of go Yule's Scepter, and also normally all Nagas go for the Vessel, so that heavily counters Timber. But other than that, I do think Timber could be a very good hero, but obviously not with Axe and Dragon Knight being picked up. You're going to pick up a 4 hero here for DD. So they want to, let's see, Warlock is still in the pool. What other, trying to figure out what other hero. I don't see a better hero. Let's see, Wind Ranger is banned first. So
yeah,
they need a 5 or a 4.
Would either be a Warlock or Witch Doctor if you go by the meta.
I mean, they could go Bane, but then Bane and Skyroth, they don't really push out lanes too well, but it's still strong lanes.
Yeah. Okay, Disrupt has been banned out by themselves. I also would have said that up against the Lycan. pretty powerful hero. So ideally you need something to control him up, but maybe not too worried about that because you only have the axe blinking in, so as a Dragon Knight having a bit of an extra stun available. And Skyroth Mage, if he gets some farm, might just opt to go for that Atos. But Elder Titan. Alright, so adding some more team fight to the mix.
Yeah, this is a really good hero to have against Lycan and Naga. Maybe that hero should have been banned. Because you can, as long as you're not caught in the front, you can always counter initiate. Lycan also has to run in with all his minions, and if you go on a target as the Lycan and then all of a sudden ET stomps you, you're slept for like, I think it's 5-6 seconds. Even your minions too, the Necro 3s, and then all of your damage is dwindling.
Yep.
Vino. This lineup's got a lot of nastiness going on.
It's getting more and more interesting here for FlyToMoon. Venomancer. I've seen it here a couple of times. I'm a big fan of him. Yeah, say to me about that what you will, but it's very powerful. If you get a couple of extra points in Gale as well as the poison thing, you do so much damage even early on in lane, and a lot of heroes just can't deal with that. I mean, Scarf Mage getting caught by level 2 Gale and a couple of right clicks. He might be able to turn around and set up for a counter kill, but he will die himself.
Yeah, right now it looks like they're going to put Lycan mid. And potentially... I mean, that's the thing with FlyToMoon's draft is it's really good.
10 seconds
because they got anywhere they can put their lanes. Vino can go all 3 lanes. Lycan can go all 3 lanes. So they can basically do any matchup that they want. Vino versus DK is actually really good, like you said, because you just go 2-2. 2 in Gale and 2 in your passive, and then DK, even with his high regen, it's still hard for him to lane, but it's kind of offset because the DK has his Breathe Fire, which can hurt the Vino's damage early on because it's not that much.
Yeah.
But Lycan versus DK, that's kind of a wash lane. Vino is also very good against Axe because you can just Gale him, and it's hard for him to get close to you even with his battle hunger.
Yep.
So I expect this hero to be an offlane hero from FlyToMoon, if I were to guess, or they'll just do Vino. So let's think.
Yeah.
If you get this correct, you get 5 PayPal dollars.
Wow, already putting money on it.
Poor, man. I'm poor. I'm sorry. I meant to say 5
cents. 10 seconds remaining.
All right, now we're backpedaling. All right. I know how it is.
5 seconds
well,
remaining.
At least you're not spending all your Bitcoin. I still don't know why FlyToMoon has a Bitcoin logo. They just got lazy, put in the first thing that came to their heads. Like, not even doing the transparency on the flag. It's like, so lazy. But yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure. I mean, they could pick anything, right? I could guess Lina, I guess.
Could still be mid-hero, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Venoman's Undying, as far as offlanes are concerned, this is actually pretty nasty. You can't really fight into that no matter what you pick now on Double Dimension.
I like Lina because Lina normally goes Yule, and it counters the Axe initiation. Also, Yule is very good for the silence eventually. Yeah. I think it can dominate DK in the mid lane. But Ember, they just want to kind of push
5 seconds
around the map, split it up.
Yep. How about Lina now for Double Dimension? I mean, again, building Yules would be good against Ember's Bird to at least get rid of that Flame Shield, even though you might not be able to catch him.
It's a really good Storm game. If I was DD, I would actually probably pick Storm. They have nothing to lock him down besides the chains.
Yeah, that's true. All you need to do then is build a Yule Scepter, and then you're absolutely fine. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a possibility. I mean, put the Dragon Knight in a safe lane, he can kind of...
The problem is Storm versus Vino is not good for Storm, because they could always put Ember safe lane, but if they put Ember safe lane against the Axe Skyra, they're just getting punished.
Yeah.
You may now select
Jug versus Lycan.
That's the thing, right? They picked the Lycan into the Axe, so they knew exactly what was going to happen, and tell me what you want, but don't think that's it's a lane that you really like playing if you're the Lycan. So either they just take it on the chin and say, yeah, we don't care, we'll FlyToMoon, we're just gonna run them down because we're super fast with like a rocket. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this, but or they have another plan. As I said, I'm silent picking up the Venomancer. Yeah, looks to be a safe laner for me here.
Yeah, I like for them to do Vino, Naga bottom, Undying, Lycan top, and Ember mid. Because Ember, like the hero that you want to have the most levels in this game is probably Ember because he can rotate and kill anyone. Silent, normally Vino is also good mid because once you get like level 8, 9, that's when you're gonna have your max plague wards, and then nobody can come to your lane, and you can normally pressure the tower by yourself. But if he's still in the dual lane, he'll still get good levels. So, who do you think had the better draft here?
I don't know. I kind of like Double Dimensions draft a little bit better, just because you have the Axe, you have the Skywrath. It's a very powerful dual lane. You have a lot of control in teamfight later on. The only thing is the Juggernaut, who's kind of the pick that works if the rest of your lineup works, and doesn't really do anything by himself if he's the only one getting farm. That's one thing that I'm worried about a little bit. But compare that to FlyToMoon, they have very nasty early game just with the Venom dying. And they have a lot of good push with the Lycan, but I don't know. I feel like they can start to fizzle out in the mid game.
They can play 4 Protect 1 really easily. This game is all on Cheshire Cat. Yes, that's what we call him. For the Axe here. He basically has to go around killing the Ember Spirit that's split pushing, and he's gonna need to have some really big calls in these team fights. To really set up his team, especially running around with the Skywrath. And then also the ET, after the sleeps that we're talking about, he has to have some big stomps coming out.
Yep. King R right now scouting out this Lycan Naga down bottom. You also have the DK here, Pikachu. Taking that to the safe lane here with mid Juggernaut up against Iceberg's Ember. Up top, Silent always want to fly. Yeah. This dual lane, Venom and Undying, they have a lot of sustain, a lot of damage. What they don't have is a lot of control. So if Venomancer doesn't land the gale, then they will not be able to really catch up and make use of that damage.
So what happened was FlyToMoon did the lanes that I predicted, and then I think DD also predicted that. So now they have really good lanes against them with the Jug mid. Jug can completely own an Ember mid because you just get your crit. You just right-click him. You can also just Blade Fury off the spin. But yeah, he should just trade right-clicks with him and just hope that he crits.
Yep.
Although he's kind of getting schooled now.
A lot of tussles in every lane here. I wish I had that split cam from PGL. We see all 3 lanes at once. Right now it's right on top of each other. Only have the one PC, and I'm only the one guy. I've replay setup. That's as far as it goes.
Top lane though. I guess the one way to deal with Skywrath has to be the Undying.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like the only hero that can really do it nowadays. Even still then, he's getting bullied.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, a lot of harassment. See, that's the good thing about Dota right now. Everything's like 2-1-2, so you gotta look top, you gotta look bottom constantly. Crazy.
Yep. And look at this, always one fly. He's about to hit level 2, so you have a little bit more to work with, but this constant harassment just from Skywrath mage right-clicking, not even arcane bolting here, does have that concussive shot till just now, but it's mostly just Cheshire Cat with level 1 battle hunger, just constantly chipping away at the right time, and it does take its toll, even with the extra decay stacks and whatnot. So as long as you're just playing this patient game without trying to overcommit onto the Venom Undying, you're absolutely fine. And that's kind of shown this, yeah, 7-1 or so for the Axe. As down bottom, there's a root. Gonna right-click down this Elder Titan, or at least they're gonna try to, but not exactly easy between the two of them.
Surprising he went for the natural order. So now it's going to be coming into a really right-click battle down here. Oh, the net so secure. And going back to the top lane now, like you said, yeah, it's really hard for Vino. Once you look at Vino, early on he has 44 damage. It's impossible to last it. And his animation, like Axe can easily just deny all the creeps.
Yeah.
So, but Skywrath had to go back to base, which is going to help them a lot. He's going to pick up all his mana, and then I expect the first blood to potentially be on the top lane now.
Yep. Another round of spells. Even Orb of Venom, so this is Skyroth taken to the next level almost. You see it on the Windrunner too, just because it's so efficient early on, as these 4-roll kind of offlane supports whose sole job it is to just right-click your opponent anyway. It's always on the fly. Yeah, he's steeping out, which means Silent can't even get close to the lane now. Down bottom. Just at the very least, they're getting a lot
going
of
for the
experience
kill. Oh yeah, the solo kill.
Whoa!
Did you get it?
Barely caught it in time. Yeah, I just saw Ember Spirit fall over.
He had no flame guard, and then he's playing really cocky in the creep wave. Once Jug does start trading a lot, and when your flame guard goes down, you can't harass anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm dying. Always want to fly K middle. He's gonna place a ward. That's gonna help Ember maybe not die again, but that's a huge level increase because of the solo kill here in this mid lane. And once Jug gets level 6, then Ember's gonna die instantly if he's not careful.
Yeah. Wish if Ember's not level 6 himself just yet, but now No Fear also making an appearance, slithering all the way up top by the looks of it as they're trying to get a grip on this aggressive dual lane here that's working so well. And I mean, it's a similar amount of CS to Cheshire Cat, which is not ideal, especially if you miss the Gale, but I still find that extra damage here on the Scarab Mage, and Cheshire Cat not actually in a position to try and help out, even if he wanted to. That is taken on chin. A bit curious to see that they're still getting caught out by that, seeing how they saw that rotation up top.
Mid lane, they're baiting him in.
Oh wow, they are. Iceberg, what are you doing? Oh no. Is he gonna get out? No, that's... Sure, it's gonna be enough, right?
Yeah, that's enough. And kabam.
Unfortunate.
That was nice though. He didn't run back into it, so he was able to get his raindrop with... he was down to 3 gold. Now he's back up to 100 because of the runes.
Nice.
So that's 2 for 2 in the rune. Yeah. 4.
Looks like it. Alright, Iceberg right back though. Second death of the game. This can't be good for Ember Spirit, even though he's getting ahead in CS. Just a little bit, they're gonna go again. Cool man, doesn't want to commit to spin just yet. There's level 6 now on Iceberg, so does have the defensive remnants available to just get himself out.
Yeah, Iceberg seems to be like the better overall player here, because normally in this Jug Ember matchup, the Ember should be down. I've seen, I like I said, it mostly comes down to the players. Bottom lane though, he is mad right now, King R. He was punching people left and right. No fear.
Huh?
No fear here. In a little bit of trouble, but they're not going to go for him.
I always love seeing a well-played Ember like this. If you do some stacks, if you manage to just get your spirit up in a couple of creep cams and heroes before it comes back to you, then you maintain it, just recasting it time and time again. Like, he was sitting at plus 84 for a good long time. That plus a natural order, like, he can right-click super hard. And rather, the only reason he's still here is because he does have that extra regen, not just from passive, but also from the Ring of Health already in his inventory.
Nice Fortify coming in from DD. Now they save their wagon in the bottom lane, pressuring level 6 almost down DK, whereas the Lycan only level 3, about to hit 4. And this is all because the Naga went to the top lane, so Lycan really couldn't stay in the bottom lane.
Yep. This amount of damage done to the tower, even pre-dragon form. Also 10 stick charges on Pikachu, even though he only has 1 point up in his Dragon Blood, so this is just goes to show how confident they are in this lane. And doesn't feel the need to just go into more of that.
Oh, he messed up. If he had used if he had used his int treads before he popped ulti and breathed fire, he would have had enough for the stun.
Yeah.
Noob!
10
Mid lane, but solo kill. Nope.
Not quite yet. Top lane though, there's a bit of a tussle too. Just kind of hard to follow. All 3 lanes. In all 3 lanes, there's some solid kill potential at this point.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Vanscore getting more levels into the concussive shot. And a big ass nuke to work with. MK is down bottom. Gonna do some more damage, and this time they find the stun on the Lycan. Can't really dive on the tower, especially not with the TVs in. Iceberg also saying hello, and that is enough damage. Burst on a Dragon Knight King out with a TP out, but cannot finish it in time. Combined nukes on FlyToMoon. We'll grab a secondary kill here. So, good rotation. Next Rinru's room to work with. Instant TP up top. They want to keep this going, especially since Silence being gone on. Iceberg, they still don't know that he's there. And Vansko is a very easy target, especially with that ultimate being thrown out. Silent will be fine, just TPing back to base to recharge, while Iceberg can just take not just the kill, but also 1.5 creep waves here. So despite his steps in mid lane, he's more than caught up if you look at the net worth. Up at the top of the charts now.
Yeah, that's the thing with Ember, as we talked about. He has to be the one doing the rotations early on because of how many levels he got, and he's just a mobile hero, so he can get a ton of kills and then just keep going around the map. Surprising he went for power treads. So that is very interesting dynamic, because normally as Ember you want to kind of go bots and you want to split push around the map. Now him going treads means that he really wants to fight constantly for the next like 10 minutes or so.
Stump came out but instantly cancelled.
Mid lane, solo kill on Naga. No fear. Nice juke though. Completely juked out the spin. He did a, what is that, a 180?
Yeah, pretty good. Somehow able to outspeed the Juggernaut with the face boots.
This Blade Fury doesn't make much sense. Kuman.
He's purging off the Venom sort of thing, I think.
Yeah, but it's... I'm not gonna say. Could have just dropped the healing
anyway.
word.
Yeah.
it's like wasting mana, but it's okay. So it didn't bring clarity too. Kind of needs to be more efficient, because now he still needs to bring clarities. He doesn't have enough mana to use all of his spells. Meanwhile, top.
Snake the bounty rune, spite the stomp.
FTM 4 for O.
Well, if the Bitcoin thing means anything, then you'd figure that they're very money conscious, so they're getting all these bounty runes whenever they can. Slaying down on bottom, it just keeps going. I mean, you talked about this in the draft, and if it's in mid or bottom, as long as it's a 1v1, Lycan and DK will be a bit of a wash, as Pikachu realizes that his efforts can be more useful elsewhere, tipping straight up top.
Lycan got 6, so it's his time to just leave. And they punished his first rotation bottom lane. That's the problem with DK. Once you immediately get 6, you're just going to probably go on the tower where you're closest to. And then he got punished. He died. Now he's going to go away from them. So they're going to trade towers, potentially, although they have TPs.
There it is. Cheshire Cat saying hello, but the tower will go down. No deny his last catapult hit here. With the Helm of the Dominator, also got themselves an extra siege creep up top. There's a fight breaking out again. The instant nail to Dragon Knight. 4 heroes against Pikachu. Left to his own devices, and he's surviving for quite a while, but doesn't really matter in the end. Mid, 2 men. There's too many creeps to work with here. Buffalo spin, and some extra help. Forcing out that remnant from Iceberg.
See, that's the problem with DD. They rotated bottom for a dead tower on the axe, and then they didn't send any help to the Dragon Knight. So FlyToMoon, they were able to easily punish that by bringing 4 heroes. And imagine if there was 3 heroes top lane, or if they just smoked behind the DK, then they would have had... Sorry, excuse me. Then they would have had a huge team fight and potentially could have won it. So right now, their first 2 DK ultimates have been completely useless, and that's the problem with DK. You have to have this early game of pressure, and you have to have early game success. Because right now, the mid tower is at half for the Dire, and then also kind of like below half on the bottom as well.
With Pikachu.
But it's not tower kills. You need tower kills. You need map control when you pick this DK.
Yeah. So far, it's not working out so well, which means that you're kind of being pushed around a little bit by FlyToMoon, who are just making strides in every lane. They even defended mids. Again, just Iceberg not really all as susceptible to Kuman anymore, because you can just remnant away whenever he gets gone on by anything. And, well, then it comes down to Cheshire Cat really getting his Blink Dagger before Double Dimension can really feel comfortable engaging into more fights. Maybe that's the reason why they didn't want to take that one on the top lane in the first place. Because it doesn't have a really good way in. He went for the Hood of Defiance rather than Vanguard in the face of the Venomancer.
Do you stop DDoSing everybody? Like, first you did South America. Now you're doing CIS. What's next?
I don't know, cast everywhere. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Stop hacking internet connections? No. Let's see, what did they pause for?
I don't know. TeamSpeak issues. TeamSpeak in 2018. This is the other thing. It's their own fault, really. But is there anything beyond waiting for the axe that Double Dimension can do right now? Or is FlyToMoon just gonna start running over them? I mean, they have another Venomancer ultimate. Tombstone used, so 45 seconds on cooldown there.
Yeah, they're only plays to kind of get axe a blink, and then once that happens, if Naga's nearby, then they're gonna get kind of screwed. But then it goes back the other way with ET. So ET kind of has to wait until Naga's song to have a really good team fight. It's kind of all weird in the sense, but DK, like I said, him having this really rough early game being 0-2 and not having towers is just not good for the momentum of the team. So kind of you're forced onto the back foot. You kind of have to play defensive, but like you said, it's FlyToMoon. They can just split the map really easily because they have the wards, they have the Lycan, and then they can just go around the map because they have better map control right now.
Yeah. Especially Lycan, like, if he was left to his own devices down here, he could easily just put on pressure on his tier 2 as well with the siege creep from the Helm of a Dominator. So at the very least, that's something that the Axe can prevent by just intercepting every single creep wave. And I don't think the Lycan is powerful enough yet to just straight up man-fight him. But if they rotate some more heroes down here, even just a Venomancer, then
the thing is they have to stomp into a stun, like Axe Call or something. It's only level 1 call, so it's only 2 seconds. It's not that long. So he should be able to get out in a lot of situations. They would need to they would have to find him before he casts his ulti, in which case I don't necessarily see that happening. So they're gonna have to just maybe rotate one hero down here. I mean, Axe could just go to the lane, push him out of the lane, and then he could just farm here. But so it's not too big of a deal but you kind of really do you want to kill this Lycan so that you can take over this part of map again.
Yep. Certainly a tall order.
Because if you push out this Lycan without killing him, he's just gonna farm where the axe is, and then he'll just keep killing this creep wave. So, but if they send like 3 people bottom lane, then they're gonna lose top tower, or pressured on it and pressured on mid. So that's why Dota is a hard game. You have to allocate your resources properly in every lane.
Yeah.
And so, what'd you do today so far? Sleep, woke up?
Yeah, I slept, got up. Only slept for a couple of hours, but it's still good enough. It's my schedule is always messed up, so I don't always go to sleep when I want to. But yeah, I got enough. Got my coffee. It's all good. Set up all my scenes yesterday here for this broadcast, so I didn't have to worry about that at all.
What a try hard.
I know, right? Even got the sick bumper, the transition that everyone saw. That's pretty cool.
Bumper?
Yeah, it's like the, you know how there's like this animation to transition from one part to the next? It's like a bumper or a stinger.
Yeah, it's like a transition, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's a bit more fancy than just a normal fade transition. It's always nice.
Oh, you're going
PowerPoint.
Like PowerPointing with me.
PowerPointing?
Yeah, the you know PowerPoint have like good transitions.
Oh yeah. Well, PowerPoint has like 2 good transitions, and the rest is just noob traps essentially for people to just use and then get laughed at when they actually use it in a proper presentation.
I don't think I've used PowerPoint for 10 years. Since high school.
Yeah, I've used it a couple of times when I was doing my IT training. It's because, like...
IT training, you're not that
school.
smart.
What?
I'm just kidding. What?
Excuse me?
Oh, what? Excuse me? Somebody say something?
Come on, man. First time back. No one else would take you as a co-caster. And I'm here saying, yeah, Ryuu, alright. Come on. I'll throw you a bone. It's fine. And then you do this to me. Like, regretting my decision. 6 more games. 6.5 more games of that. Ah. Anyway. I'll grant you I was not smart enough for university, so I quit that. But then I did like an apprenticeship training kind of thing for 3 years, which I got through before doing this thing full time. But
I mean,
enough about my boring life. The game's back on, Ryuu. Kuman. Well, there's Sonograda with slow, but they have a bit of damage.
Oh look, they rotated 3 heroes, even 4 now. Alright.
Well,
So
that's one way to do it, even just with a level 1 call. It's enough to set up for the Mystic Flare as well as Yummy Slash.
yeah, they needed 3 though. If Jug didn't come, then that was not a kill. So, but they are able to kill him and then rotate to the top lane to the mid lane, which is really nice to see. They realize where their weaknesses are on the map, rotating over.
Yeah, so FDM couldn't really punish that immediately.
But they did just use a lot of ultis though.
Yep.
So now no Jug ulti, and he's got low man. Well, I guess he got sticks, but now they're gonna just pressure this mid tower.
Radiant's middle tower.
Nofi is also up top, kind of alone here. Does not have the Song to work with here, just a little bit short of mana after that snare. Might have to use it now, but silence comes out. Nice little Gale here, preventing the call from actually connecting. No fear. Yeah, I was thinking about it. He'll still take out regardless. So holding on to that cooldown. They get that kill, lose mid tower for it. No way to contest that, I guess, with Iceberg holding on to the DD rune. As well as Nongrada chipping away.
TK has to be a little careful down here. There's 2 TPs from Ember and Vino. He could be in trouble. But he's not going to push anymore. Good call. Just wait here. This is good play from Pikachu. He's not showing. He's seeing where all the enemies are on the map. Now he shows because he knows 2 people are top.
Kuman's been TPing out. I can always do that whenever there's no Naga Siren around. Down bottom, yeah.
Undying TP.
The moment he commits that ultimate, there's a TP down, but it's just out of deny range. That's feels bad, man. 164.
But they're in the heads of Pikachu, right? No, like we have this vision that there's only an Undying, a level 6 Undying. That's nothing right now. But we don't know. He doesn't know where the rest of them are. So he could have got this. Meanwhile, Skyrath gonna die.
Also going on Undying here. He's baiting out though. Nongrada was making his way in. Need to go for some body blocks, but now pops the ultimate. They don't have actually control for Pikachu. This can get the Centaur in, bit of a mispathing, but nice little stun. Pikachu should be absolutely fine here. Scarab died in defense of to the tier 1 top, I guess.
Yep, and then get a... So, both teams just chasing around enemies and kind of getting punished for it. One good thing about this Jug pick, though, is for later on, this Naga net, you can just spin out of it. Most heroes that can't do that. That's kind of like why they probably thought, okay, we kind of need like a life stealer, a Jug, so we can get out of this annoying Naga net or something. Just keep them alive.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about Kuman a bit more, because I mean, he's been farming a little bit. He's still going for the Battle Fury after the phase drums. So, is he still gonna have the impact that they need him to have if he's going for this kind of farming build?
They have Blink on Axe. See if this works. They're gonna song for this. Probably not.
Yeah, they're slow. They see Silent. Oh no, the ward on high ground! Preventing the Blink. They still find the Storm, the Earth Splitter, as well as the Omni Slash being used, and that's gonna be enough for Silent to drop everything to ensure the kill despite the song. But now zombies start to stack up on the song, but no further reinforcements here. Venomancer survived, maybe follow that up with a big ol' ultimate. So another 30 seconds, by the looks of it.
Nice ward. And you normally place wards all over the place for Vino so that you can scout enemies, and good smoke to kind of control their area. They get the kill. Song is down now, so that is a very big deal. They wouldn't have got that kill if Jug wasn't level 12. So
oh yeah,
Jug getting being 2-0 and 2 and getting some solo kills early on and helping out his EXP. And him going for Battle Fury is fine because they it's really good versus Lycan. You kind of want to, with all the creeps around, if you don't go for a Battle Fury or a Maelstrom at least, then you're not going to be effectively hitting all the creeps that you need to.
Top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
And also we'll talk about that split push, not just from Lycan, but also the Ember Spirit eventually.
Dire's structures
So maybe a
are
little bit
fortified.
less easy to do without a bit of
Dire's
trouble,
top
but
tower is under attack.
being able to push out these lanes is going to be important for Double Dimension, and no one else can really do it apart from, I guess, the Axe. And speaking of Axe, it's just waiting for the call as a stun. Hit on Grata, and oh, well, the call was already used. There was the initiation. But he got him low enough for that ultimate. Good kill. Oh, that call just a second too late. Making
King
good
R,
plays.
reaction time of potato there. He's like, oh, I see you. Let me just stomp still. But they pulled them all bottom lane. Now they have to defend top. Solo TPM by DK, not sure the best idea. But
Oh, yeah, I think you're right on this one, seeing how we died.
Radiant's
I'm still committed and
are
everything,
fortified.
though, so this tower will go down.
Radiant's top
And,
tower
But I like
is
what
under
DK's
attack.
kind of doing, not in the sense of that, but what he's going for is item build. So my thought process would be, he needs to be going into the back lines. Oh, meanwhile, Kuman coming over.
Also the spin still.
Spin that off. Yeah. Now they're just bullying the melee lane. But the idea is, for him, he needs to go Shadow Blade, because he's kind of like that Beastmaster right now. He has to go in the back lines. He has to stun the Naga before he casts Song. And then whoever Axe calls, they should die once he has Blade Mail, depending on like the heroes and like the positioning and stuff. So that's kind of what he needs to do for Pikachu to have a really good, successful game. And potentially he could do it if he stops feeding away some of these deaths.
Yep. Slowing himself down quite a bit. Seen that a few times just from DKs in general, but that was when they would just leave him to die in exchange for a tower. But it's not even happening here. Pikachu has not been able to claim a single one, even the one in mid was claimed by Kuman earlier. Now, smoke rotation into the Radiant Side jungle. I see Cheshire Cat, the Gale will miss. So nothing will come of this one. They kind of lack the same kind of initiation that Double Dimension have. Is that why Iceberg also went for the Bling? Just to have something to work with like that, in that sense?
Yeah, I think it's also a really good item on... Oh.
Coming enough to help you there. The Omni Slash. Oh, not enough.
Jabaited easily.
Silence not
So
lasting
if
for
that
long
was a
enough for it to make it
level...
work.
He just got level 9, and he just leveled up Ancient Seal, but if he had level 4 in that... Oh, you want bottom lane, they're gonna go.
Axe TPing
Thumbs
in,
up.
ready for the call, looking for one, and only gets the Lycan. A couple more heroes against them. They do a lot of damage, and they will be able to bring him down. Well, there we have to focus on the Tombstone. So everyone else on FlyToMoon already on the escape. Not wanting to engage into that, and also gets the tower deny up top.
I still think FlyToMoon comes out ahead because they got the tier 2 tower, and they're still pressuring on the top lane. Like I said, they got the deny. The blink is just used for repositioning and getting in on top of these squishy heroes. Like, he wants to go in on the Skywrath or the ET and stop them from using Stomp or just killing them immediately. That's his kind of his like, I guess his thinking process here.
Yep.
For Iceberg. Curious to see what he goes for next, because this silence has been hurting him. So does he go Yules or what?
Jules, Manta, BKB, anything would work against. Oh, the call actually missing on side, and now Iceberg coming in. Not exactly an easy to kill target as he's jumping him back and forth. Josh gets still in the middle, trying to just say, hey, kill me instead. There's another call. There's the Skyrim ultimate. Pikachu is dropping lower and lower for now. His passive is keeping him alive, but not too much longer against all the damage over time. Zombies starting to stack up. Double Dimension could not continue to take this fight, but Main now with the stomp. Catching always want to fly. With that Earth Splitter coming in from the side, it's gonna zap him, but not enough. Meanwhile, Skyrim just was run down. Kuman, no ultimate to work with. The call again off the mark. Cheshire Cat, what is wrong with you today? No fear though, wastes the ultimate on the spin. Iceberg, ready to fight again. Rethinks his strategy a little bit though, as he's
so
just
much
dipping in and out, always want to
now
fly.
I get it.
Skuman brings in the crits. So this is Juggernaut actually the one to basically salvage his team fight for double dimension.
This Jug starting to become a huge problem. Kuman 4-0 right now, highest in lit net worth. Didn't even have to use ulti there. It was yeah, it was on cooldown though. But now do they have Song? No, they don't have Song. This is a good opportunity for them to take a Roche potentially. No healing word for 20 though. That is not good.
Take it up.
Yeah.
Good timing. I mean, Song being wasted like this, and Nofia still dying because the spin was already going. He couldn't make his way away from that. So you don't really have an easy way of contesting this Roche. Really, even then, like even with the Song, what are you really setting up for? Tombstone stacking up zombies? The longer the game goes, the less effective that's going to be. But they're still walking in. Smoke inside the pit to detect it, and the silence on Emberspurt. They need more damage. And Emberspurt there, being shed though with no fear. Emberspurt is still alive, and Vensko not so much. He's the first one to fall as the Remnant Zip comes out. Kuman with the Omni Slash finishing up the target of his own. Now clicking down, always want to fly. Going one by one, this controller is up there on the Venom Monster up top. The call also finishing up the Lycan. It's FlyToMoon who will drop 4 heroes and probably 5 here. Another stun from Pikachu. And that'll be the Venom Monster rounding out and finishing that full 5-man wipe.
Yeah, that is why you don't fight without Naga ulti. Prime example.
Ambitious, yeah.
They also didn't have Lycan ulti either. And they just fed one by one.
How did Emberspurt die? He zipped out, didn't he? But he came back in.
He went back in.
Oh.
No, he came back in, and then he came back in from this way, and then he just fed. Skywrath is just a huge counter to Ember.
Yeah,
you kind of need this defensive item. The silence is just crippling him in these team fights.
Yeah, took so much damage from Mystic Play, even though it was shared between him and I think it was No Fear. But it got rid of his Flame Guard, so his damage output was also good. Lowered, no more protection whatsoever, so he's on half health, I think like 1 or 2. Like, wow, shots fired, but yeah, there's many disconnects. FPS drops, lags, not the same thing, but same difference, I guess.
So once DD gets BKBs, this game looks extremely hard for FlyToMoon until their durations are lowered.
Yeah.
Because I expect to... Curious to see what Dragon Knight should go for. He should go for a BKB next, but he might go Blink still to reposition. Axe will go for a Blink BKB after his Shadow Blade. And if they have those around the 30-35 minute mark, then they're not going to have much to do to deal with that. This Lycan not going to have enough DPS, and the more DPS he does get, that's going to be reflected, because that's all Axe really has to do. Like, Axe's job in these and most of these team fights is to call Lycan, like he did in this top Roshan area. So that's all he has to do to bring him down.
Well, double dimension, and they're in a really good position right now, with especially after winning this team fight, of course. But I mean, they have the Shadow Blade and Dragon Knight. They have it completed on the Axe if you want to finish it. Unless my I think the gold counter might be broken though. I don't think that's actually his goal there. No, it's not. It's only 388 in fact. So it needs a little bit more money, but once he has that completed, like, you have so many ways to initiate, and you have a lot of damage to work with, especially because Kuman is as strong as he is right now, almost level 18. So level 3 Omni Slash will come up, and he can farm extremely quickly, not just heroes, but also creeps with that Battle Fury. Paying for itself now.
It's always fun to see what they queue up for. Like the Jug, he has all of his next 30 items queued up.
I'll go Mental Style, then I go BKB, then I go Butterfly, then I go Divine Rapier.
Yep, I bet he does have the Rapier queued up.
Yeah. Alright, game continues. FlyToMoon kind of lacking the momentum right now. Can you still go for this kind of split push play, or you just have to try and find a way to win a team fight on a tier 2 defense or something?
I thought that's what they would do, but when Ember went for this treads, they gave up on the split push. Like, there's nothing that Ember can do. Like, he has to see the way he's playing, but he doesn't have a TP. He can't actually get to his allies right now if there's a fight that breaks out. So the item choice by Iceberg is kind of questionable now that they're so far behind. Maybe they expected to be up 10k gold, but it swung once they lost that fight, once they lost Roche.
Oh.
And now he's in a very bad spot, because normally you don't want to be farming your safe lane area. And he's just in time.
These wolves, they scouted out the smoke gank. If that didn't happen, Iceberg might well be caught out inside his own jungle, so...
Yeah, they also have information bottom, though, where the Naga's pushing in, and...
Dire's top tower is
So
under
somebody
attack.
has to come back to defend this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It is. King R is the chosen one. The rest of the double dimension working away
Dire's
at
top tower
mid as well
is
as
fallen.
top. Tier 2 finished up by Crewman.
There will be another time to fight.
Spin TP's out. Absolutely fine. Vanscore. Oh, they see him. Can they stop him? They can't. The wooden range cancel TPs. The only one who would be able to would be Ember Spirit and Naga Siren, I guess. Again, goes back to this lack of control. It's kind of hard to make a game work, especially when you're playing from behind without some good stuns to work with.
Yeah, the way to itemize though is to go Yules to cancel TPs, or that's what ET's doing right now. He should have it soon. You also can get an Abyssal, which Jug might eventually go for. Butterfly has more value though this game, because all the minions won't hit, and Lycan won't be able to hit him really because of all the evasion. So I do think this is a better Butterfly game. And but yeah, you see he has it queued up afterwards.
Basher afterwards though. Still gonna be a while. And he might change his mind depending on how the game goes, but...
So yeah, right now everybody's just trying to control the map. They're putting aggressive wards in each other's jungle. And then all DD really has to do is go for these pickoffs. They have a sentry ward here.
They do still get stunned up though! Oh my god, the Song of Siren almost not enough to keep him safe. But it's barely enough, but it's just purely defensive. They cannot actually turn this into anything. Pikachu is still very healthy. Siren gets a few spells off. Kuman can spin it off and do get rid of some of the damage, but he also has some... what the hell? What is he doing there? What?
Alright, so he went in to kill the healing ward. He dodged the stun with Sleight of Fist, but then there was a Skywrath there that just owned him. Meanwhile,
at least he won't be reported by
Lycan.
Vanscore. As he says, I shall not be
1-on-1. They still have an Aegis,
Oh yeah.
and they shouldn't go high ground, but they can control the area now. They can control this area if they really wanted to, but they have no ulti on Jug, so it's probably better just to farm the enemy jungle and just go to just like Kuma. He doesn't have a TP though, so he does need to be careful.
Age is also about to expire in about 30 seconds. So they won't really be able to use it for another push. Like, they couldn't transition to bottom tier 2 as the lane was pushed out so far. Cheshire Cat.
I guess I really don't have anything
down
for Jug anymore. Like, there's actually nothing to stop him.
Yeah.
You can just spin out of net, you can Manta out of net. So you can spin to dodge the Vino Gale or whatever, or chains, and then... Yeah, this Jug is unstoppable. I don't think there's a way for them to shut him down anymore.
Alright. Game is hard. First showing for both of these teams, we're just getting started. TI8 regional qualifiers, so plenty of opportunities to make up for it, but especially for double dimension. Win like this up against one of the few invited teams. Certainly something to put on their resume. Helpful if they want to make the top 4 that go in towards the playoffs.
And the best part about this is that DD, they had second pick. I think second pick is like... I want to say the odds of second pick, to me, or when I watch, is like 60-40. Like you're the 40 as a second pick, which is really low, even maybe lower. And they're doing really well. This last big jug is just putting a lot of work,
Radiant are
and
scanning.
they have no answers for him. So they also have the DK gonna pop his ulti. They're gonna push his bottom tower now.
Grata, they still know he's here. They find the blink. They find the call. They find the kill. This is not helping at all.
It's always nice when you have like a Beastmaster and ET in your game, then you can always scout these trees, because everybody knows in Dota nowadays that you always hide in the trees and try to creep skip. Like this next wave, he would have tried to creep skip right here.
Come full circle. Stay in the trees. Back on TI1 and now TI8 regionals as well. But again, didn't help him. Found the beat on him, and now that's the last remaining tier 2 down. Don't have the Aegis anymore, but they do have a Dragonite in his open form for another couple of seconds, so we'll be working away at this tower. Iceberg trying to bait out some spells, and it does bait out some BKBs and spins and whatnot. Now with the Ensnare already used, nothing to cancel that TP. They'll just be happy with the damage that they got. Oh. Advanced score. Still hanging around. What does he want to do?
I mean, they don't need to concede this area. They still have Axe and Jug. They can kill anybody if they really want to.
Yeah. Commentators showing himself. Sees both of them, I believe.
They could have fought there, but it would have been a 3v5. Oh, they did find
Skyroth. And Angrata always want to fly. It's actually a decent position here with all the creeps. Should be able to tank up some of that Omni Slash. Kuman unable to get the kill, and King R's result should end up dropping. Kuman trying to run away here. Angrata blocked by his own minions. And Kuman, there's the Manta style. There's a net, there's a BKB. Like, he's so much dispel. Song of the Siren. We didn't know that Axe is here. They have a gem.
Yeah.
He has a gem. He blinks out. They see him now. Kuman ready to try and help with the healing ward across the tree line. This is a very hard kill too.
Give me
it
the
would be
gem.
a really good
Give me
one,
the
but
gem.
they
Give me
can't
the
really
gem.
get.
Yeah.
Oh, can they?
That's
That's the call. Finds a couple of heroes. They do bring him down, but yeah, it's just to give the gem over to Kuman.
Yep, that's
Pretty
right.
smart play.
Meanwhile, DK still pushing. Nice.
Space created. Pok gem.
We can kill them. This is.
Can he? He's making them work for it. Has to deal with the tombstone for anything else, but splash damage almost finished up. Always on the fly. Damn. More rotations in though. They have the nets. They have the dust on them, I believe, or something, but it's like he'll finally go down.
Not sure about. So where's the courier just died? Yeah, courier just died.
What?
So he was flying out his TP to try and save for the BKB TP out. Else he should have probably just BKB'd and turned and killed them, because the vessel was just owning him right there when they were chasing him. It was making sure he couldn't heal at all.
Yep.
But still not bad. Burst should be up here soon. DD are in a really good position. They have 2 BKBs.
Yeah. Getting everything that they could ever want. Juggernaut surging ahead, so like, take me through this if this goes to the super late game. Like, theoretically, if Iceberg gets all the items that he wants, would you be able to carry this game against Double Dimension?
They're gonna have 3 BKBs, so Naga Sleep is useless if they pop them properly. And they can easily shut down Ember or Lycan. And the Vino, he thrives once the BKBs are low, so they have to go through a lot of fights. A lot of fights for him to be useful. The problem is that the Jug Healing Ward also has been a huge help in maintaining their health for DD. They've been... Oh, well, always gonna fly. I think he's gonna die.
Nice rhyme there, bro.
Thanks, man.
Iceberg came in, just trying to do a bit cheeky there. He has a jump of his own now. It's both teams holding on to one of those precious little things. Yeah. He'll be just fine. Blink Call already used, so he was not in any real danger there. I mean, despite everything, FlyToMoon have been able to maintain pretty decent gold level. Like, Double Dimension only 1 or 2k ahead after the last couple of events. Down from that 6k lead that they had a little bit earlier.
Jug's about to hit level 25 though. 5 Omni Slash strikes is broken.
Pretty much.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody go 600 health. That's a lot of health.
Especially for Juggernaut. Doesn't have the highest strength gain, does he? 2.2. Would also be helpful, but like he's... I don't think he really needs it this game. At least not now. So much defensive utility and there's no physical damage really for him to worry about unless Lycan somehow gets a hold of him. Or unless there's a DD or an Iceberg. Pikachu now pops a BKB, he's still being rooted up. Iceberg trying to find a Blink Call. Quick run it out and now the song. Somebody's gonna start to stack up. They're trying to isolate Pikachu, but now his BKB ends. They want to focus on King Eye. Still gets his ultimate off with Scarab Mage, doing a lot of damage, and that's a dead Venomancer. Kuman with the Omni Slash onto Nofia, over to the Ancients, but back to the main target. So they do secure that kill. Now looking for more. Always want to fly, continue being slowed down. Enough mana for a stun in the second here for Pikachu, but he goes into Shadow Blade instead. As Iceberg still with the DD rune. Bit of a threat here. Kuman dropping lower and lower. No healing ward used, and the rest of the people, they're all dropping low to Venomancer. Kuman caught behind the tier 2 tower. And just like that, with this defensive utility gone, FlyToMoon actually able to outlast them. Iceberg, if he doesn't get the quick remnant zip out as the axe came in, that fight would have looked completely different.
Yep. If Axe had a better... Like, this game is basically all in Treasure Kill. You know, he has to have good plays. And unfortunately, he didn't make a big play there, and then caught out. Good song. And now, I would think you would want to buy back. If I'm DD, I don't want to give away Cheese and Negus.
You don't have Omni Slash, you don't have Earth Splitter, you don't have Axe. Hard call to make. And again, there's no ultimates either for FlyToMoon apart from that Venomancer. It's coming back into the frame now. Roshanna's not falling terribly quickly. The Tombstone though, very nice position. Hitting the zombies on Roche, but also scouting out up top as they zip in. Gonna find a kill on the Elder Titan. As well as on Scarab Mage. Way too far forward here. Just like that, FlyToMoon, re-establish control and a lot of momentum. I don't think you should be there, Dragon Knight. Link forward, rooted up, BKB, but where's the nets? Nagasar not actually there. Sophie only walking in now.
Now he doesn't have BKB for high ground defense.
Yeah.
In the 3-2-2s here, some yeah, Skywrath, and if you're not going to defend, so the thing was probably going on through their heads is like, okay, DK doesn't have Elder Dragon, so let's just not defend against Roche. But then the sports die, and then I have no idea what DK was doing there. Need all the BKB charges you can, considering how long the cooldown is.
Yeah. 7 seconds now after that. Exactly what you want. Oh man. FlyToMoon. I mean, all things went well for them in that last fight. If they can find a similar amount of circumstances again, they'll be fine. As I said, it all comes down to Cheshire Cat. If he finds that right call, Double Dimension can still take a fight very easily if you bring down the 1 or 2 big damage dealers here. Iceberg, I mean, if he does stay alive in the fights, if he can wait out the spins, the BKBs and everything, like, his magic damage is going to come into play.
Yeah.
As long as fight goes and Iceberg just straight up goes in. But yeah, that's have the Lincolns, that's have the Aegis too, so not too worried, but nice little stomp. Cheshire Cat ready with the call on too, but the sleep lasting for too long. The Song of the Siren also coming in. They don't get a single kill, and now a couple of extra remnants, only 2. And zipping in. BKB's come out to dodge off the damage. Pikachu not so lucky though. And
Oh my,
the
the
Scout
drag.
Mage just straight gets burst down. But Juggernaut putting in some work here with the Omni Slash. Silent eats the cheese, so he's still fine. Kuman has to refocus here, trying to get rid of the Tombstone. But his team is dying. Buybacks galore everywhere. As Pikachu tanks up the right clicks from Nongrata here. As he's now finally being controlled up. Omni Slash. Oh, Juggernaut is down though. It's finally starting to get some of these kills. Cheshire Cat gets a dunk on Iceberg. The Stomp. Well timed here. Pikachu with a follow-up stun. Do they have the damage? Looks like they have quite a bit here. Iceberg will not be able to make his way out of this one either. Double dimension. It cost them a lot. Mid lane still went down. But they do hold the rest of the high ground. And they do wipe FlyToMoon.
All things considered, I think DD did probably the best they could there. And they didn't use Jug buyback. So he can now have a Basher in the next fight. Most likely. Probably should sell your drums, get your Basher. And then he can maybe stick on some targets. But yeah, they're just getting kited really well.
Yep. Well, all I mentioned, trying to force out some buybacks here. If you can get the Ember one, it would be big. Pushing in 2 lanes simultaneously, not worrying about the bottom. Pikachu, getting rid of the Tombstone, easy money for him.
It's just, it seems like too much pressure on Cheshire Cat. It's like, not... He needs to step his game up. Alright, let's see how many buybacks they're going to have here. Now, if they do die, if anyone dies here, it could be bad. They,
next to Creeper, if Cheshire Cat, he could have went in there. But I think he wants someone else, not just the Undying.
if they die there, then... If anyone on DD dies there, then that's a 5v4 high ground push coming into the top lane or bottom lane. So that's crucial that you don't make any mistakes there and you just back up.
Yeah.
I know you want to force buybacks, but at that moment there's just too many people up from FlyToMoon, so you have to back up.
Better safety story, especially considering that you used 3 buybacks yourself.
Vanscore's been walking this whole game, 40 minutes in with no boots, by the way. I was going to say that earlier, but... I mean, you have 360 movement speed, but you're still against a Vino, and the amount of slows is crazy. You should probably have Tranquil boots.
I have not noticed that at all, to be quite honest. Maybe he hasn't either, maybe just forgot.
I'm pretty sure he knows.
Yeah.
Because normally you go Tranquils or Mana Boots on Sky.
Yep. Oh, felt the need to rush the ATOS. Now smoked up together, not scouted out by FlyToMoon, I believe. This Radiant scan also confirms that somebody is here. No fear though, it's Sim with the gem in hand, so very hard to actually go on him. And not give FlyToMoon just 1 or 2 seconds to be able to react. Looks like they want to smoke up themselves.
He should sell his hood and buy a BKB. Like, he has no buyback. This hood is not better than a BKB right now.
Ooh. Starting to split up just a little bit as the smoke rotation comes in from FlyToMoon. They see Kuman in mid, but they don't want to find him. They want to find the backlines. See the Scarab Mage burst down immediately. Tombstone is down. The stun as Pikachu tries to fight. Cheshire Cat tries to find the right position for a call, but he can't. Nice, beautiful stomp there. The Omni Slash onto Iceberg, bringing him almost down. Well, at the very least, forcing him out. Fight continues here. Many right clicks, many crits on the Lycan. The Tombstone is being taken care of by Cheshire Cat. Always want to fly in silent. Now they have to be on the run. Nothing left to give. This ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, but not quite over just yet. Silent, used, stomped, right clicked.
Lycan is just a completely useless hero right now. I mean, he can't do anything.
Yep.
His hero is useless. He has to wait a little bit longer. He cannot go in on the Jug or the DK. He has to find the ET in the backlines, the Skywrath, and just focus them and then wait.
Yep.
He cannot go for these cores. If he does, you're gonna see what happens. He just gets man fought and he dies.
What happens when FlyToMoon don't really have the Ember Spirit available to fight? Straight up TP out, okay. That works. They got the tower, so shrines are open up. No one's kissing each other because they're so happy about that. King R still being rooted up though after the blink. Another stomp. Will continue to walk, and he's actually holding a gem. is their own gem. I'll need some help here. Vanscore's there with the Atos, but up by the Lincolns. That is Call coming in. That's a big kill on the Ember Spirit, and now the big old bash of Kuman coming back into play. Sending no fear away, and now instead of claiming the gem themselves, they all rage quit as they lose their own. What is happening?
Who paused the game? Does it auto pause?
It's auto pause, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone disconnected. Yeah, there must be some connection issues. Not actually a rage quit, guys. It was just a joke. My bad.
Yeah, that was the. It didn't matter what anyone did there.
Yeah.
That was. So this disconnect is only gonna hurt. This is actually gonna help for Vino to survive. Undying should die. He can TP away. Let's see. No, he. All right. So the Undying will use Ghost Scepter and TP away. He should make it out. Vino should make it out. They're gonna force buybacks. Got some Boston accent going on earlier or something like that. I don't know what the hell is that.
Voice some buybacks here.
Yo, yeah, boy.
Okay, get out.
Any more DDoS, and I am not casting anymore with you. By the
What
way.
the hell? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, there's been some issues in some of the open qualifiers, but there was, there was an SA. I think also on the back of some coordinator.
Now I'm getting
DDoS.
DDoS.
Different. What?
I got disconnected.
Damn.
The hell?
What is happening?
I'm not even playing. How do they do this to me?
I'll just blame Ice Frog and be done with it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, this chase just lasted way too long. They were really greedy for the gem or something, and for that kill, so they chased King R all the way from outside of the base up to this high ground. So plenty of time for DD to come back in. They find the call. They find the nukes onto Iceberg.
I bet you $80 that Undying and Vino live.
Only if they let them go. Because of the disconnect.
No.
Undying's
We'll
gonna
see.
die. Venomancer is just gonna blink
I
out.
bet you $80 in both. It's okay.
Alright, I'll take that actually.
No. We have to shake on it.
It's gonna be a bit hard seeing how we're like an ocean apart from each other.
Only an ocean.
Yeah, an ocean, a bit of landmass as well. Just a little bit.
Are you calling me fat?
What?
Did you call me a landmass?
No, that's not what I meant at all.
No, I'm just kidding. Teasing.
I don't know how your mind works. It's been too long since we casted together.
I'm not serious. I always joke.
Alright. FlyToMoon all back. Are you back as well? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we connected. Perfect.
They should wait for me to...
Yeah. Always wanna die. Gotta come in here. But yeah, they just chased long. They got caught out by the call. Oh. Okay, shit. Oh, you're so much smarter than I am.
$80.
God damn it. Silence is gonna die. I'm sure.
Shit. We lost.
Whew, thank God. $80, right? Oh man. It's almost very costly for me. Anyway, Double Dimension, they got the gem, they got a couple of huge kills, and Iceberg, like, he's not even thinking about getting a defensive item like a BKB or something like that. He's just committing all in on this idea of just going in and out of the fights, just going for that Octarine core. Just low cooldowns and to have some lifesteal.
I think once you go for the magic build, you have to just see it the whole way through. And there's just no other way. So at least he won't be forced to buyback, so he can get the Octarine if he wants. Probably needs a save for buyback, just in case fought out again.
Yeah.
But this is a DK with level 25 plus 40 strength now. has the BKB. Gonna start hitting him very hard.
The D rune on Pikachu is just often the counter approach this whatsoever. Top racks will go down delayed a little bit by this glyph. We do have a song available again, as well as another gem. Iceberg starting ship, forcing out whatever he can, but double dimension don't even have to stick around. Got what they came for. Picking out the shrines, taking it slow, perhaps setting up for the next Roshan. Is gonna be back in 1 minute. Fairly long respawn times. They should also know that.
Are you seeing my pings?
What?
Trying to.
Yeah, I do.
Trying to. How do I get out of the ping? I keep pinging.
Press Alt. Maybe it got stuck.
Okay, nice. Get unstuck. So thank goodness. Blessed. Oh my.
What the hell? Ping 800. All right. Something is going on here. This can't be coincidence. Either they are being DDoS or they just have some really shitty internet where they are. Alright. So there's 4 gems on the field. There's another one sitting outside the Radiant base. Assume they got that one earlier.
Got. I don't know, this Veno pick has been pretty useless. Lycan also been useless.
Yeah.
The BKBs are just countering them, kiting them around. Jug, MVP so far, putting the team on his back. Has 4.4k gold saved up. Has everything you could ever want. Only thing left is really a Moon Shard.
Moon Shard, pulls the shovel. Yeah. Eventually, I guess you replace the Battle Fury next.
You would go no. You need Battle Fury for when they're grouped up and just for the Lycan. Okay. I mean, you could theoretically replace Battle Fury with Mjolnir, and I think it would be better at this stage in the game.
Yeah.
But
it's like you could just buy Boots of Travel, backpack that.
You would also.
You'd be fast enough just as an
refresher. Yeah. You get a refresher in your, and then trade it out.
Like at this point,
2 Omni Slashes.
Yeah, that'd be really good. There's a Scouty queued up now, which should also be decent. Like,
can you think of 17 Omni Slashes with Ags? 17. I can't even. That number is so high. I don't even think you'd stop ulting.
You don't.
Right now,
I did that build a couple of times in my pubs, and
I mean, 14's like, already stupid enough.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Especially when they have no way to separate themselves, so they can just sacrifice one guy.
Alright, FlyToMoon has like a 20% chance to win this game. Can we go?
Do they?
Maybe even less. I actually think it's like 10.
According to Dota Plus, though, it's 32%.
32? I don't see how it's 32. Just because of the hero composition. But, maybe.
Nah, man, Dota Plus is never wrong.
Yeah, I'm always wrong. I got you. I give them 10% with this hero core matchups.
Yeah. It's certainly not gonna be easy.
They need... Dragon Knight's going for Bloodthorn. I don't like that. He should have went for Nullifier. People who don't go Nullifiers in these late game situations are not thinking.
Yeah. He is skewed it up now, so we reconsidered in halfway through. Or does he have the Bloodthorn going out now? No.
Who, what?
DK. Yes, the Orchid, but now has the thing queued up.
I can't see it.
I can.
Well, that's not fair.
Because he disconnected and he cleared it.
I mean, I have everyone else's but his.
Maybe queued it up when you were disconnected, so it didn't register on your client.
Please, Valve, fix your game. God bless.
Not a double damage rune. Ice Frog just smiling upon them right now. Alright, bottom lane. Easy one to push here as there's some catapult to deal with.
Alright, no buyback on Veno. If Veno dies, game is looking very grim.
Oh, and there's buyback inside of FlyToMoon. I mean, Undying is getting close-ish. Andrade needs a little bit more money. And this
Yeah,
a
I
little
think
bit
they
further
should be
away
able
than you would want
to
to.
farm it up. It's close. Yeah, I guess nobody does have buybacks.
Alright, so Roshan first. There's a death push coming up. Roshan has been scattered out by FlyToMoon. Wolves are in, and now Double Dimension will also see what's going on. Ping it out, make it beeline straight forward. Does FlyToMoon have to take this fight, or can they hold high ground?
They can't hold high ground. They have to fight.
Gonna go. They have the song. No fear going in. One set up for something. Everyone's kind of spread out though. Pikachu ready with his BKB, holding on to it for as long as he can. And Cheshire Cat ready to go in and starting to work away at the tombstone. It's still an issue. Kuman lending his own hand, being pretty fast with that. And that is the ultimate used. Silent already dead, but I think that's the one kill. Buyback was already used on the Elder Titan. Supports are down on Pikachu. That's first big kill. Triple for Nagrad as he finally comes into play. Cheshire Cat is waiting for the poison to stop so he can actually go for a blink call, but he can't. Iceberg going and hitting Kuman. He needs to do a lot more work here, but the call locking him down, forcing him out as Kuman also joining in, threatening Iceberg. And oh, they get the chains. It's a big kill here, and oh well. No fear. Take up the Omen Slash. Noble sacrifice, I guess. FlyToMoon, they make it work.
Yep, they did what they had to do. They took out ET first. He bought, didn't he?
He brought back, yeah. He brought back.
Yeah, but he still wasn't able to get to the team fight fast enough because he doesn't have bots or anything. And then they were able to eyesight the Dragonite as well on the side. So while 3 people were hitting the Dragonite on the right side, and then 2 were slept in the middle, like here and here, and the TK was getting beat on, and they killed the ET here with 2 people. That was really nice. That was a good positioning. I don't think they're gonna get that lucky with the initiations coming in now, but as long as they isolate the Skywrath and the ET and go on them early in the fights, they should be fine.
Yeah.
ET should probably buy a Ghost Scepter. Although
it was a very split up fight, and that worked in favor of FlyToMoon because Nongrada could actually walk across, and they kind of dragged Kuman around from target to target a little bit. And, oh, that's fine. That's fine. So Iceberg also keeping himself alive because he didn't have this one big combo. Like this, and like he got called as he went on X first time. If there was any sort of extra damage at that point, he was gonna die. He wasn't ready, so.
Well, their winning percentage went up a lot.
Yeah,
It's probably 50-50 now. They have. They also have Refresher. Refresher and Ags on Vino. That's very scary. What is this? Duration? 25 seconds? Holy snap. Holy.
What if he... Do you go for poison over AoE here with this build, or do you still get the plague ward damage?
I go AoE.
I deserve this.
That would be ridiculous. That would be like a screen big, right?
I don't think Plague Works is gonna win you the game. I think this ulti is gonna win you the game.
Yeah.
Like the wards, they don't do much. They're just there annoying and poking you, giving vision, but.
What, do you want to do the math on this, actually?
Math is hard.
Yeah.
How much
25
damage
duration, 85 damage per second.
85? I thought it was 80.
With spell amp, it's 85.
Shrine is under attack.
So, calculator. 8 times.
That's about 2,100 or 2,200 around there.
2,125. Yeah.
Bottom
So a bit
shrine.
of magic resistance to factor in.
Quick maths? NA maths better than you? Hello? Hello, where you at?
Can't do more maths because there's actually a fight brewing. Perhaps it's the Song of the Siren initiation from the back. Sees a Q
Jakiro!
Iceberg. No, he's one of DD, but it's gonna expire.
Oh, there's no Jakiro.
And look at the Macro Pyre, it's not there! But they do get a few spells off here. Earth with the ultimate bouncing in! And this time they get 1, they get 2. That's the Aegis sound for the count. Can they find more? Nograda running around trying to finish off these supports. There's a Hex, Elder Titan, not quite done just yet. Yule steps himself up. Meanwhile, in the backline, Skumet just going ham. There's Iceberg dying as well. Forced to buy back. Coming back into this fight, but now Nograda, they need a dunk. They don't have it, but they have the right clicks. they're doing damage. Pikachu still very healthy in the middle of the fight. It's Iceberg coming back in to try and deal with that as Double Dimension. As they lose their supports, they say, nope, not gonna take this fight any longer. You're on your own, pal. We have to abort.
That was a cheese and Aegis use. They basically said, okay, here, X, let me just walk right up to you and let you get a double land call right after song. That was super weird from FlyToMoon. I don't know what they were thinking there, but good play, I guess, from Cheshire Cat, getting there, getting out. These boots of travel on Jug and X made sure that they lived, else they would have all been dead and would have had to buy back. So,
I mean, how many buybacks was that? I mean, there was, Naga buyback and Iceberg. That was the big one. Embersplit buying back after he respawned already with Aegis, so he died twice in that fight. He's still very, very vulnerable if he gets caught out by just a single little thing. Now, man. Results. This BKB to work with. Cheshire Cat finds the call, finds stun. The Song of the Siren is there. Can't turn this around. They want to fight here. Double Dimension, they need to bring in more reinforcements, but don't have everyone alive. BKB coming in from both of them. The Venomancer with the ultimate blown up though with the dunk. Looking for more. No fear. He's going to be the target as Iceberg zips out. Again, an overextension in that position. Like they did before. Cheshire Cat waiting for the poison to take out so he can pick up the Region Rune.
That play only works if this shrine is dead. Then they won't have the reinforcements. But doing that play when there's a shrine right there for the two supports of TP2 is not going to help you. And now they have no Naga. Vino's going to have to buy back. They do 23 seconds and they'll have double ulti from Vino, but it's kind of weird, right? You have to wait for that whole duration, or at least half the duration, to use it again.
Just refreshes it, so it doesn't stack up.
Smart.
25 seconds is a long time at this stage in the game. But with Crewman still being as strong as he is. There's the blink, there's the call, they get the skill! This might very well be over! This Mystic Flare coming in by Iceberg. Does get enough protection to get himself out. So far, so good, but there's the bashes onto Nongrata. Not being slowed down, but the Omni Slash is taken up entirely! That's a creep spawn! Oh my god! They're barely keeping him alive. Timings are real. Juggernaut. No, he's the one in trouble. Kuman, he does not have a second life. Oh, does he? He could buy back. TP back in for now. He gets a few more right clicks off. He does not choose to go for this buyback play. Oh my god. Nongrata still ended up dying though. That was that finishing him off.
He went back in. He was like, "Here, let me feed the kill that you should have gotten earlier."
Questionable at the best.
The creeps, though.
That's a range strikes up top, not the biggest of deals. Damn, Ryuu, this first game that we get to cast here in the CIS regionals, everything we could have hoped for, minus all the disconnects, I guess. But
yeah, it's been going on for like 90 minutes.
Alright. Moment to breathe as we reassess the situation. Buyback status, pretty good inside of Double Dimension. Everyone's gonna have that available soon. Nongrata has it, always on the fly as well. Not on No Fear or Veno or Iceberg. So for next 5 to 6 minutes, FlyToMoon is still at a disadvantage in that regard.
He got the Veno still got the 3 times Plague Ward. Interesting. I mean, the Undying level 20 talent, I didn't realize how broken that was.
Oh yeah, plus 6 attacks to destroy. Pretty good. What? What? Oh no, they get him up top. Find the Venomancer too! Oh, I did not even see that happen. Did not see him push out that far. And is this game? Just like that? Must be, right? 2 heroes down for 100 seconds. They know that they don't have buyback.
They just bot Stin and X made a really nice play.
Cheshire Cat redeeming himself. He missed a few blink calls earlier. Now, winning them the game is finds another one of Nagasirens who walks in, desperately trying to slow them down. Cheshire Cat might die and he will. It's always on the fly. Walks in there, but Kuman, he's just right in the way. The big old Earth Splitter. Always on the fly. So far, so good. Ghost Scepter keeps him alive, but they just ignore him. They want the bigger targets. In this case, that'll be the tier 4 towers.
They don't even kill him because he's
They just make him. They're just making him look as they win the game in front of his eyes. Alright. They dunked him now. It's so funny with Respawn and Tombstone. But, GG, well played is called FlyToMoon. Drop in game number 1 as Double Dimension eke out a victory. What a great game.
I don't think Lycan can put in as much work as an Axe can throughout the whole course of the game. The Lycan was completely useless this game. Ember needed to go for like rapiers and that kind of build to really do any damage, it felt like, in these team fights. Yeah. Veno as well, they had these heroes that are kind of like half carries, right? Veno's like a half carry. The way Ember build is like a half carry. Lycan, yeah. He kind of just wants to push around, go in the back line. He's not a true carry. There's a lot of heroes that can counter him. Like Jug will out carry him every day. So unfortunately, they just had the better skill and lineup. They played this game all around was kind of sloppy, but if maybe if FlyToMoon, they weren't so greedy with that first Roche, because they were up like 7 to 8k, I think, at one point. Oh, let's look at this. Yeah, they were up like almost 8-9k, and then they just fed over all their bodies to Roche, or to the enemy, and they gave Roche. They should have just gave it up. They didn't have Song. They didn't need a contest there. They got greedy, and then they got punished for it.
Yeah. Well, certainly good start for Double Dimension as they chalk up a point on the board. We're gonna see FlyToMoon again here between the two of us later today, I believe. But next, we're gonna have another great game up and running. Spirit versus Gambit is the matchup, starting soon. So stay tuned.
Say again.
Place your bet.